All right, Drizzle, thank you for joining me. The very first Grady TV episode ever. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course.
Let's start with your childhood. How was
Uh,
that?
my childhood was, I was born in Southern California, um, and the South Bay specifically. And, it was it wasn't, wasn't normal, but, obviously it was just me and my mom and then my grandma. My dad was not around. But I was kind of born into like a little situation of addicts. My mom was a addict for a long time. I'm not sure at what point she decided to be a drug dealer or if that was already happening. But that was a thing, and for most of my life. And then my grandma was a heroin addict, but she was like a functional addict, and she worked every day like a normal person. She just had her thing that she did. And, I went to school like everybody else, but I got bullied a lot. So that was happening. Um, my dad wasn't really around very much. He would come around like Christmas time and basically, bring like a toy, like a RC car, and then I would be excited to see him and excited to get the car, and then the car wouldn't have batteries, and so it was kind of like a thing. And he was coming with his wife or girlfriend at the time, I'm not sure, that would sit out in the car outside, so it was just like a weird thing. But it wasn't normal, but it was like more normal than a lot of the other people that I associated with in my lifetime.
Did you have
Um,
any bonding with your father at all, other than the Christmas meetings?
I went with him one time. He took me out at some point. Um, it's the first time that I encountered weed and stuff like that, and like nickel sacks or whatever. And it was like me and three of my brothers at that time, because there was three of his kids, and then it was me. And I remember we went to like this, I don't know, maybe it was a New Year's party or something, and they were all having a good time. And for some reason, I had like most of the night just in his truck, like crying, like, oh, I'm in pain. But um, kind of and not really. There wasn't that much of a bond. I don't really know much about him, really, honestly.
And is he deceased now?
Yeah, he's dead.
How long?
I'm not sure.
Oh, when was the last time you saw him? What age?
Um, it's 5, 6, 7.
Oh, really? You haven't seen him that long, but you have spent time with his family, right?
Yes.
And you don't really get along with them?
It's not that I don't get along. It's just I don't think that, it's different. You know what I mean? We're like half siblings. And at that time, I was going through my own stuff when I decided to go and reach out in like the most extreme way, like going and staying with my half sister in Wisconsin. It was, you know what I mean? It wasn't like it was just a fucked up situation all around.
How did you get a hold of your half sibling? Were they aware of your existence, or did you just kind of pop up on them?
I'm not sure how we got it was through social media, and we connected there first, and then we started talking on the phone. Um, but I can't really, it was a very, very long time ago. It was in 2013, so, or before, yeah, 2013.
Okay. Did you get along with your half sibling?
We don't really talk very much, but like we don't, when we do reach out, it's not like fuck you, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. Yeah, so I guess.
So you just really don't know much about your father, really. I mean, is there anything else you can share about that, or?
Well, I do know that he picked the winners for the Kentucky Derby at one time. Um, he was a goofball. I have like a lot of his, goofball side, I guess, and he like worked in casinos and stuff like that. He liked the horse races and shit like that. And yeah, that's about it. And he liked to drink and smoke weed.